I can't do this. No. Welcome back to It Comes From Above. My name is Nayeli, and today we are going to be talking about putting our trust in Jesus. When I was coming up with this episode, I was at work and I saw quarters that say, "In God We Trust." I have two quarters with me right now. And I looked at it, and one of my dear friends spoke to me about it, and she goes and says, like, notice how the "In God We Trust," like, one of them looks away, or like you could literally see it. And I go, what? So I looked at it right here. Here's one from 2023 that you could see George Washington looking away from "In God We Trust," right? Then we have another one from 2021 that you could see. Oh, I look like an old lady, I bet.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Anyways, that you could see that it says "In God We Trust," but like George Washington is looking at it. So I thought to myself, like, I was at work and I was thinking to myself, and I was just like, when we go on each and every day, what do we put our trust in? Right? Are we continuing to stress about how we are feeling about such specific situations? Are we continuing to trust in our feelings that our anxieties may be right? Whenever we do this or whenever we do that, is that what we are putting our trust and intuition in? I heard so many times people saying that we have to trust God, but what do we have to do in order to do that? Many times that I've personally have struggles with trusting God, trying to, instead of putting my own heart into it, or like putting some fantasy that I can do this, I can't do it alone. I can't. It's I would say impossible, because there's so many things that you want to do. You want to do this and that and the other, and like, it's with God, and you need God, right? I hope that makes sense. But okay, I just want to clarify real quick. I'm editing the video right now. I just want to clarify that I'm talking about all this spiritually. All of this spiritually. You can do anything, but you got to do it with Christ. That's what I mean. You got to do it with Jesus. You got to trust God that He'll guide you in whatever you're wanting to do, or whatever He has planned for you. I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right, back to the video. Like, number one, we should say that He is King. He is our Savior, and He's the one that is able to get us out of any situations that we're going through. That's number one. When we are putting our trust in God, are we giving all our pain and stress to Him? Whatever struggles that we're having in the moment, whatever you're thinking, the anxiety, the stress, we should pass it on to Him. That's the main thing of whenever you're giving your life to Jesus, you have to pass it to Him. You have to give it to Him. He's the one that can mend it. He's the one that can shape it to His purpose. That's what He's trying to do. Number two, are we doing our best each and every day to put what the Word says and staying positive with the love of God by our side each and every day? It's hard to stay positive. I'm one. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard to stay positive. It's very hard. It's not something that you could be like, no, you're not gonna be doing that each and every day, just like having a huge smile on your face and just be like, everything is okay. Everything is not okay, and that's fine. Everything is not going to be okay. But whenever we're walking with God, whenever we're putting our trust in Him, you don't have to worry about the things that you have given to Him already. And that's where the positivity comes in, where you gain peace because you realized that all you had to do was just give it to him. That's where you get the positivity. That's how you like where you find the missing piece of his love. And like, I don't know how to like, that's where you find it. And that's just putting your trust in him that things will get better even in the midst of the storm. And practicing the word and showing love to one another even though our life is going through a storm, like I said. Yeah. Number 3, are we trusting God the way that we're supposed to and say that he is able to do this and he will continue to do this even though we are going in blindly with faith. Now faith is a whole nother factor too that we need. When, let's say, you know, you don't have a burger, I'm just saying, but you're having faith that burger won't come. You know, that's not, honestly, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but having faith is, you know, you're not seeing it, but you trust, you believe that it will get better. I don't know why I brought the burger in. I don't know what I was trying to do. Anyways. All right. I know I struggle constantly trusting in God. And that's a thing that you need to go on each and every day. Wondering if I'm able to get out of this. Wondering what my future holds, which is the main one for our generation. Wondering what our future holds. Wondering how I'm able to be doing all this for him, for God, what he wants you to do. Am I going to mess up? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? We are so caught up. Our generation is so caught up in this world, and many people of many elders of our generation also struggle. What? Okay, this is getting hard. Y'all, stay with me. Many of our, like, let's say parents, older friends of ours, aunts, uncles, they also are caught up in this world and not putting their trust in God that they are supposed to. You know, our generation struggles with that, I would say, the most, because we are so like more caught up in just being popular, caught up in doing mess, doing something that's not needed, that is not helpful for them. Are you guys catching? Are you guys catching on? I hope you are. But they are not putting our trust, like you guys are not putting. We are not putting our trust in God, in a God that loves and cares for us each and every day. We are not doing that. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't putting my trust in God. That was the main thing that I had struggled with for a long time. David is an example. Psalm 25. David was speaking to the Lord, trusting when things are in shackles. I'm going to read from Psalms 12 to 17. Who then are those who fear the Lord? He will instruct them in the ways they should choose. They will spend their days in prosperity, and their descendants will inherit the land. The Lord confides in those who fear him. He makes his covenant known to them. My eyes are ever on the Lord, for only he will release my feet from the snare. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. Relieve the troubles of my heart and free me from my anguish. And this is all in Psalm 25. We always try to take control of our own life. But the person who knows everything, every detail, every aspect is God. Jesus. They know everything. I've tried to take control of my life so many times, and it always turns me down. I fall back to a state of depression, letting my anxieties triumph over me, even though I didn't want it to. While I was writing my notes, I was listening to "We Against the World" by Hulvey and Andy Mineo, and there was always a part that has always stuck with me. It's the second verse. Like I'm gonna do this acapella, y'all. Hello. Yeah, I thought I knew better. I've done it on my own, couldn't do better. I know I try to take control. I'm better off knowing that I just don't know. So start it right now. Take my doubt. I'm done trying to act like I gotta figure it out. Yeah, they're saying that they got a world to see. Is it worth it if you don't mean the world to me? If you're all I ever had, then you're all I ever need. If you're all I ever had, then you're all I ever need. If you're all I ever had, then you're all I ever need. You guys can listen to the rest on it, Spotify. You can find it. It's called "We Against the World." And I was listening to the song while I was writing these notes. It kind of dawned onto me, just realizing that I tried to take control of my life. There's so many times, and I questioned a lot. And it was so many times, and even just recently. I just graduated high school. I didn't know what to do, and it concerned me because I felt like I was falling behind from everyone else that I saw in my grade. I see everyone stepping forward into their lives, doing what they wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what my purpose is. And it finally hit me that the one that wrote my story has it all in his hands. All we have to do is trust in him and keep praying, read our Bible, and move forward step by step. He will open and close the doors that are meant for you. When I was writing these notes, all I could do was just cry, because I didn't know how to step forward with my life. I didn't know what to do, what God wanted me to do. I didn't know how to work out whatever He has planned for me. And I compared myself to so many people in my grade, so many people that, know what they wanted to do, what they had in mind with their life. I would say God spoke to me through the notes that I was just doing for young adults and teenagers like me. It was smack in the head, where what I needed was right there. And the day after, my dad, he came to my work, and I was stressing out. I was overthinking, wondering what I needed to do to step forward for my life, what I needed to do to take a step, because he was talking to me about driving, and I was making up excuses to learn how to drive, and I put myself down, saying that I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, putting myself down. And then he says, all you had to do was just trust in God. That's all you had to do. And then he talks to me about the podcast, saying that you're helping so many people, but you're not taking it for yourself. You're not sharing it for yourself. I didn't know what to say because it was true. It was true. I'm not trying, like, it was true. All this time, I'm over here worried about what to share for other people, but I'm not taking that advice that is needed for me. I'm not taking it for me. It definitely hit me when he spoke to me about it, literally the day after. And I was literally sobbing and crying the day before about writing this and just sharing it to people that need it, to people that needs to realize it. I needed to realize it. I can't continue to be like a stick and just not go anywhere. You can't do that. You have to take a step, and if God doesn't want you to be there, he'll take you out. You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You have to take that step, and if it's not meant for you, he'll take you out of it. And if it is meant for you, he'll guide you into it even more. That's what I would say he meant into trusting in him. Because he will guide your steps. He will move your steps to whatever, like, purpose he's trying to do. Whatever steps you need to be taking. That's what he's trying to guide you for. It's whatever his purpose is already made for. He already made that purpose for you, and specifically for you. I'm gonna try my best to do it, like, to take my own, not advice, but like what God has taught me, what he taught me through this, like, lesson that I'm trying to share for everyone else. It's definitely what I needed to hear. Definitely. That, man, I really wasn't really planning to cry, and I'm like, I also felt it. I was calling my friends the day before this video came out, right? And I was explaining to her, like, I was speaking to my, like, little group about this video. I'm nervous for it, and she goes, "Why?" And I go, "Because it touched me so hard. I don't want to seem, I don't know, like, like, this is something serious." And she goes, "At least you're being genuine." And, like, that's what I'm just over here, like, yeah, you're right. So I don't know how to, like, what to say, because really it touched me, and I literally told my mom, like, I don't want to hear, I don't want you to be here while I'm recording and everything. Why? And I'm like, I just didn't know how it was gonna go down, kind of. But everyone that I, like, had was very understanding, that kind of deal. But just remember that just to trust in God. Trust in Jesus. He will guide those steps that is needed for you. He will guide you. He will guide you over time. To end it off, in you, Lord, this will be Psalm 25, verse 1 through 2. In you, Lord, my God, I put my trust. I trust in you. Do not let me be put to shame, nor let my enemies triumph over me. And that's Psalm 25, verse 1 through 2. Well, you guys already know that it comes from above. God bless you guys, and I pray that everything goes well for you guys, and I pray that this video can touch many of these teens that are struggling. That you guys can just, whatever stress, whatever struggle, just trust in God. Have faith that He will move. Have faith that God will guide you. He will. Okay. Man, thank you, Jesus. Just remember, like I said, it comes from above.